Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to this stunning Friday, the 31st of May. It is currently 54 degrees. I don't know what it got down. It was in the 30s last night and early this morning. I didn't pay attention. I didn't look at my little thing that keeps our...
Here's what I found.
Siri's always listening to you. That's my watch. But anyway, it's Friday. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be warm. It's going to be in the low to mid 70s here in Toledo. Heck yeah. Man, last night there were sport bikes and all kinds of stuff. More sport bikes I heard coming down the highway out there than I don't know if I've ever heard. There must have been something going on at the Riverdale Raceway or something. Who knows? But it's really weird. It's usually Harleys that come by here. But it was a big one. It was like a huge group. It just kept coming by for the longest time. Anyway, let's go. Let's get this Friday going. 62 degrees and sunny. It's supposed to be like high 70s here today.
I'll take it.
Yep, we will take that with a smile.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mama?
Yes, Papa.
It's Friday. How about that?
I'm glad. A long way.
Oh, that camera does really weird. The orange on that KTM, it's like making it like a pasty look. It's really strange.
That's weird.
Anyway, let's go in there and bust out a Friday and start off a weekend.
Alrighty.
That sound like a plan?
I like that plan.
Alrighty. All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you too.
Bye now.
Bye.
Here to tell you, it's stupid. It's always the little ones that'll get you the best. Donor, we're gonna try the starter relay. Doing voltage drops. I mean, the test. And finally, you know, even was my instructor for level 1, level 2 is who I'm dealing with at BMW. And he goes, what are we missing here? He goes, you have a new one you can pull the starter relay and see if it's dropping across that. If this thing on its own accord hits a wall and will not start. So I took that relay out. This is the one out of this one. I think it's got some girth to it. And took the donor bike, put it in. No battery charger on it. Now see that stall right there, that's what gets it right there. But I've been turning this thing on and off all the time. Watching the charge. The charging's doing really good, but I'm sure I took a good chunk of the power out of that battery because I've been just off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. So that's why I was running when I came on, because letting it charge back. These things will sometimes, even on the tester, you'll see that thing bounce into 15 volts, and the diagnostic thing freaks out about it. It goes, whoa! As you can see, it's already bounced up. It usually just, oh, my battery's getting weak in this thing. You see a lot of ghosting going on. This thing's been buggy, so I got this thing from the Cornwell guy. It was fairly inexpensive, but it works good. But I was trying to read it doesn't react as fast. Of course, this was $800 back in 1984, it was 85. And yeah, this one's $169 in 2024. So yeah, just some Chinese remake, Chinese copy of a flute or whatever brand. It's just got that look of a flute. Okay. I'll keep testing to make sure before we turn this thing back over to him, to the riding school, that this is okay. That's where we are for the moment. It's functioning. So I was going to take this G310 for a good rip down SR 500. gonna blow her out a little bit, but it has no mirrors, has no tags. So it's gonna be one of my parking lot rides, I guess. Yamaha. So what we ended up doing, we were doing some, voltage drop tests, all the connectors, and well, I pull the battery terminals that go between the, from the battery to the starter relay, and then from the starter relay to the starter, and they look 7 shades of nasty. On the outside, looks fantastic. On the inside, not so much. Ooh, shit. So cleaned those things up. I had that donor bike down there, and I swapped the relay with that. It made no difference. I mean, and I even put the relay from this one on that. It fires up. Definitely not the problem. So I put everything back where they belong, and cleaned these terminals up, and that seemed to be the trick. But I do notice that the one from upstairs, which just has a mile or two on it from being PDI'd, when new, it does turn over quicker. So I'll leave my notes on that. I got sidetracked with some other stuff here and haven't got back to it. That's a nice bumper on the back of that Ford. It's kind of cool looking. Oh, it's even got like a push bar up front. He don't even know anybody's even around here, does he? He's literally in his own little world. I think he's going for a shady parking spot. Is what he's doing. I can't blame you. I would want my car in the shade if I could. Probably pay attention to the world around you, but what do you do? Other than the the weird starting thing that apparently had, it purrs like a kitten. It's never done anything weird other than just that hitting that wall, like almost like the decompression release wasn't working. So they had me pull the valve cover off and inspect the decompression release. It moves freely, springs back to the starting mode, and once it reaches a certain RPM due to the centrifugal force, it falls back out of the way. So it's absolutely working perfectly. I told you about, he had me run a bore scope through there and take some pictures. Despite the thing, being in a class, it's not getting ran very hard. The carbon was almost non-existent. It was nice and clean in there. The valves, the bore scope has a side camera, and I spun it around to the 2 valves on the left, 2 valves on the right, and there is always, literally always, a car alarm going off in there. But it's been a nice day. It's been beautiful out here. I don't know what the temperature is. It's probably 70 something. Feels great. Anything in the 70s, especially anything in the 70s, is my favorite riding. And up to maybe the mid 80s, but anything in the 70s is perfect. I love that you can you're comfortable in your gear, and it's just, I don't know, perfect riding weather. Which used to be the norm around here. Was, our summers were 70s and 80s. When there was a time coming that it was going to go into the 90s, it was a big weather thing here in the Pacific Northwest. All the heat stroke warnings, all the different things. Yeah, I come up here from Texas, and yeah, we have some heat down there. Although everybody thinks it's that way all the time. There's just you know, there's a couple of months in the summer it is like, wow. Usually I say a couple of months. It seems to be 2 or 3 weeks that it's like really intense, and then you have that humidity, you know, that comes up from the Gulf. And but man, you have the longest springs kick in really early, and it's low humidity. It just is comfortable 70s weather, just always sunny out, just wonderful. I'm gonna do the insanity thing and see if I can go up down here and loop out. I see a hole I can get out if I can't get it at the end. Yeah, I think I'm blocked off. Nope, I can get through. They probably don't like me weaving through cars, because that seems well, spoke too soon. There's some spots I could sneak through, but I'm not going to. There's one right there. Sure, no cross traffic in the parking lot. You can get some big surprises out here. Get a overexcited lot attendant, and he's bombing through here at Mach 10, you know. That's a pretty blue on that 4Runner. And it seems like it's like no time at all ago that we were driving through here, and all there was used cars. You just literally couldn't get the new cars. And when you got them, you know, things were missing, and that was some crazy times. This thing shifts awfully hard. I mean, it's a pretty deliberate push to make her shift. That shift lever looks like it's been dinged on a time or two. I'll have to take a look at that when I get back. It's just pushed in a little bit. It's probably rubbing on something. Gotta watch out for young ladies in grocery carts, I guess, too. I used to go back there all the time, do walk-arounds. Come on, little 310. These things actually run so good. Peppy little suckers. Oh, that guy is hauling butt. Let me get over in my little nook area here. There's that old FJ. That gal's been driving that thing here every day since '08. It was that FJ Cruiser, and we had just bought a brand new '07 Honda Element, and this late '07 or whatever, when the '08 FJ Cruisers came out, and everybody's getting their new FJ Cruisers. It was all the excitement, the old FJ Cruiser, and so it was like January, somewhere around there, '08. Kel and I went in. We had a Pontiac Grand Am we had at the time. We bought it when Ashley was sick and in the hospital, and we were driving back and forth from Silver Lake to Portland every single day, spend hours, and they were getting home at midnight or so at night. That was some scary times back then. I've told you a story. She had a brain tumor. That was scary, really scary. But anyway, we bought that Grand Am, and that was in '05 with Ashley. And then we went Ron Tonkin Toyota over in southeast Portland. Bought ourselves a brand new FJ Cruiser. Wow, that's a whole lot of rig to be taken into a little tiny parking lot like that. points for sure. It does not have any drivability problems. Fun little motorcycle. I love the little GS. You know, it's got that tall, kind of soft suspension. It just feels great. Somebody came in and opened the door for me. She's a bucket Bronco. Hold on. Oh, that's right. We got air conditioners down here. And Tim says he loves the heat. He spent, you know, a couple years in Arizona, and he's a heat expert. But then he shuts the door to keep the air conditioner going because he likes the cold. People like to tell tall tales, you know. All right. I'll have to leave that in there. It stays locked down here. Come on back in there. Don't be messing with me now. Oh, let's see. Does that do conk, and then times it blocked it out, and you got to reset the key. Gonna put a battery in this. This is a brand new one, brand new 24. Look, it's got one of those Haju or whatever they are in there. It's just been sitting outside for a little bit and dead. She's got a brand new Yuasa sitting here. So whoever, it's not sold, but whoever ends up with it's gonna have the real battery in it. So them Hajus are still trickling out there, believe it or not. All right, we'll bounce that. Well, hello there, YouTube. Well, it's a very nice Friday. Although some clouds rolling in back there, kind of got dark. The sun should still be, well, I don't know if it'd be hitting us at this point, but it'd be bright out, much brighter than what it is. But I think it got to a high of 75 here. Well, it did get to a high. I got the thing that monitors, you know, the highs and lows of the day. I think we're like 79 or so in Vancouver.
Yeah, it is warm.
Yeah, felt really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I took that test ride, just my work shirt and fingerless gloves. Felt great. Felt like summertime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure 75 would have felt the same here. Anything in the 70s, man.
Yeah, that's
perfect.
Good.
But yeah, busy day. Not totally happy with that 310. I think it should start quicker than what it's doing. But I'll give them my information on what I found and stuff, and see what they say about that. Because with that other one sitting down there, it started quicker sounding as it's turning over and lit off a lot quicker. There still seems to be some weird little delay in that thing, but anyway, a little tiny thing has been driving me nuts. Been on and off that thing most of the week, actually. But anyway, I think on that, we're gonna roll out, start our weekend.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We see you in the morning.
All right. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.